Hello, today we're going to talk about axles and how to properly measure axles and what we're looking for when you call in for information about your axle. Typically, the axle will have a label on it telling us specifically what size it is. If you have this label, great information for me. That's basically all I'll need. But a lot of times, if you come around, we have your axle has kind of this style, nothing on it. Don't know what size or what. So we're going to talk about measuring your axle and how to. We got a couple of different axles. This axle right here is a straight axle with idlers on it. I've got axles with brakes on them. This one has springs and idlers. We got brakes and springs. We've got a 4-inch drop axle. We've got a torsion axle. So you got to know what specific axle you actually have on your trailer. Today we're going to look at the idler axle. This one here says it's a 89 hub face, which means from the face of your hub to the other face of your hub is 89. And it's got a 74 center spring, which is the center of the spring to the center of the spring. Now, if there's no sticker, the question is, how do you measure it? With a measuring tape, grab one end of your seat. It's called a perch. Grab one end, the back end of it, and just go across. Measure until you reach the inside of the other end. If you want to come around, you'll see that it is actually 74 inches. So that's your center, your spring center. Now, if you measure your axle, just grab it from the outside to the other hub. And you look at it, it's 89. And that's what the measurement says there, 89, 74. That's how you would measure. Now, let's say your hub falls off on one side and you can't measure that length. What you would do then is just take a guesstimate of your middle of your spring here, the middle of the spring, kind of good guesstimate, and you can see that it is 7.5 inches to the hub face from the center of the spring. So what you do is you add 7.5 plus 7.5 plus, if you got the measurements for your center spring, that'll give you the total length of the axle that you need.